I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was the oldest of four, and I moved to Houston my senior year in high school. And that's not a great time to move. I got out of the car, I looked around, I thought, oh, I can do this. And I never looked back. I just loved Houston from the first moment I got here. Most of my family's here in the Houston region. My father, who has been a professor at U of H, and my brother, Stephen, and my second brother, Charles, both went to U of H. My sister lives in Scotland, so three of us are here and one is off somewhere else. My parents were very devoted Christians, and there was a very strong spiritual underpinning that I think informs everything that I do. You know, I was a nerdy high school student. I was a bookworm. I was probably a little bit of a know-it-all. I got to U of H, and these gals approached me on campus and asked me to rush for a sorority, and I said, really? Are you serious? And I did, and it was really a wonderful experience. In the big picture of my life, with what I've done and where I've been and what I've had to deal with, the skills that I acquired living in the Greek world and being part of a sorority were really as important as anything I learned on campus in terms of academics. I got out of U of H and I went into retail, and I did that for several years and decided to go back to graduate school. So I went back to U of H and got a part-time job at HISD, and I ended up at HISD 27 years. My first campaign I ever block walked on was when Kathy Whitmire ran for controller, and I started being involved in the political world then. After my then husband was elected to the Texas House, he was deployed to Afghanistan, and I had the chance to serve in the Texas House for a regular session and 2 special sessions, and it was a remarkable experience. City Council was here, and so I made the decision to run at large and represent the whole city. In many ways, I think I'm unique. I straddle more than one culture. I operate in more than one language. I grew up in the suburbs. I live in the inner city. It's an opportunity that I took to be able to help folks come together and understand each other and figure out the best public policy that would allow everybody to succeed and have the best that they can have. One of the things really dear to my heart is my son Ricky, and he's his own person. Ricky will be 20 by the time this airs, and he's a sophomore at Austin College, north of Dallas. He's involved in international relations and political science, surprise. The University of Houston works, and you can look at that at every level that phrase can be taken. It's a professional help, it's a personal help. I rounded out who I was. You know, the little bookworm became a sorority girl and had the chance to learn how to meet people and persuade and lead and do things that I would never have had the opportunity to do in another setting. Houston's unique, I think. When you come here, it doesn't matter who you are or who your parents are or how much money you have. It's how hard you work and whether you deliver. And the University of Houston delivers. When we would have city council activities, we would have Go Red days, or we would have U of H days, or we would have days where the whole city would wear their red. You need to wear your red, even if you aren't a U of H grad, because the University of Houston is about Houston.